day he was born to where he is today. And so he'll give a small snapshot of what he's gone through and how he's arrived at where he is today. And then we will move on to Inner Soulmate, which is basically all about how loving ourselves is the most important thing. We spend most of our lives looking at how to love other people, how to get accepted by other people. Whereas here we are changing the concept a little and saying that no, the most important thing is to love ourselves, to accept ourselves. When we do that, then you start seeing changes in the relationship around us. So over to Aditya. Welcome, Aditya.
Thank you very much, Deepti ji. And I am very thankful to you and Heal Clinic for this opportunity. And I see many friends have joined today, though it is a very important day. People are busy, but still people have taken their time out and they are here. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to take this time and make this as productive as possible. So I see Alifia ji is there, Sai Charu, Shivani, Yogita ji, Nishchal, Terry, and Monisha Chaudhary. Very nice to see all of you friends. If you can come on the camera, it would be nice. I would feel that I'm talking to someone. Yes, thank you, thank you. Good to see you, Terry. Nice, nice. Great, great. Wonderful. Okay, so my question is, how many of you believe in soulmates? You can raise your hands. Soulmates. Wow. And how many of you don't believe in soulmates? Oh, it is not there. It doesn't exist. Okay, thank you. So friends, this subject I think is one of the most misleading, misunderstood subject, and people keep going around with this. I see there's a market with this subject, and what I understand is soulmate. The word starts with soul. Where is soul? Soul is something internal, and it took a while for me to understand how can something which is there inside, the mate, can be outside. We can have friends, yes, we can have persons with whom we resonate, we can have people with whom our soul resonates, but how can our soulmate be outside? This is the topic that we are going to go more into details. I have made a presentation. We are going to straight away dive into that. Just give me 1 second. And I'm just trying to open my presentation. Okay. All right. So I made a small presentation, and I love the word inner soulmate. So let's see what we will learn today in this session, how the session flow is. So first is, how do we find our inner soulmate or the inner lover? Then we'll head towards how to feel complete within ourselves. 3 secrets to cultivate your inner soulmate. 5 keys to acknowledge your inner soulmate. And if you are staying till the end, there would be a gift for you. Friends, if you allow me, can I share a little about myself? Is that okay? Because I want you to know where I'm coming from. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I started presenting about gender and sexuality from 2016. This is my first conference in the Past Life Regression Conference, Delhi. Okay, just 1 second, friends. I need to mute everyone. Yeah. Okay, so I was talking about the conferences there where I presented about gender and sexuality. Then the World Congress of Regression Therapy, which was there in 2017, I presented a paper. This is me again in 2019, the PLRC 6 conference in Mumbai. I did my first spoon bending while I was in WCRT. I could understand how mind is so powerful. I did few workshops in Europe in 2018. This was a workshop, over 100 people participated. This is me in Danube River. I am a nature lover. Wherever I go, I want to be with nature more. I had a trip to Kailasha. It was a life-changing trip. A lot of insight, deep insight came to me during this trip. This is again in Brazil, 2019. I worked with a lot of people doing these workshops there. And I worked with the federal office in Brazil, where I worked with their employees, empowering them with the same subject I'll be sharing today. Federal University of Bahia, UFBA University, I present my research paper. And this year I am being invited in the Philadelphia Trans Wellness Conference, where I'm going to present on sexuality and Indian spirituality. So this is quite a very specific subject that I'm going to talk about. So friends, where I'm coming from is important for you to know. These are the guides I want to pay my gratitude to, with whom I have learned about gender and sexuality. I have invested a long time to research with the Osho learning system. Mantak Chia, one of the wonderful masters in this field, and David Deida, with whom I learned what this two dynamics are, and it's beautiful to read his books. So before I dive into the subject, I have made a small video for you so that you can get where I am coming from, why I am saying what I am saying, why am I talking about sexuality and gender. So I'll just share this video. And it's just going to be very quick, like 2 minutes, small video. Thank you for watching this. This is my story. I came out of my gender dysphoria. I was born with a gender dysphoria. I was confused about it. Basically born in a biological female body. Always I felt I am a male. This was my story to ask a lot of questions. What is gender? What is sexuality? Who am I? Why am I born with this problem? And that's how my research started from a very early age. And I was able to meet my mentor, without whom, this journey was not possible. I met my mentor, Dr. Newton Kundavati, with whom I was an apprentice for the last 10 years. And he was the first person to tell me, Aditya, follow your heart. You have all the answers inside. You will get your answers. And that was my journey, friends, and it was a never looking back journey. Because of my gender dysphoria, throughout my life, I have been looking about that perfect relationship for the perfect partner, which is outside me. And always I was guided inside. It's inside, go inwards. And when I started questioning who am I, or, what is a male, what is a female, it took me to deeper questions like, who am I really? And I found that I'm more than this body, I'm more than this gender. It's just one, the kind of clothes that we wear. It's okay to have this when we operate in the world dynamics. But just let me ask you a question, friends. When you close your eyes, what are you? What gender are you? Can you feel your gender? Just do it for a minute. Just check. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what is your gender? Do you really feel your gender when you close your eyes? Yes, please, you can type in the comment box so that I can see it. Okay, Shivani is saying no. Anybody can feel your gender when you close your eyes? Okay, Deepti ji is saying feminine. You can feel that you're feminine when you close your eyes. Wonderful. Yes, so friends, we have different ways of connecting to our gender. For me, when I close my eyes, I am no gender. There is genderlessness. Soul is androgynous. When you are in deep meditation, you are neither a male, neither a female. Or in the other words, you are an amalgam of both. Here, in this topic, how to find your own inner lover. When I was going through this dysphoria, as I said, I was looking out for the perfect relationship. And of course, there were so many disappointments. There's nobody like a perfect relation. And this, I remember the word of Rumi. He said, keep breaking your heart until your heart opens. That's what happened to me. I kept breaking my heart until my heart opened up. And I realized that I was somewhere not accepting my inner feminine. Though I transitioned, because I had some dysphoria. For some reason, I was born in a gender and I was not able to accept that gender. I had deep depression. I had many kinds of physical problems. I was not able to live my life fully. But even after the transition, though life was great, life was 100 times better, I would say, after transition for me. But still, I was feeling, oh, I am half. We say Ardhangini, our better half. Where is the better half? Even I was very much looking for my better half. And this outward journey, the breaking of the heart outward, I think it is for every one of us. I am sure we all resonate with that. Because we really don't find that perfect partner outside. It's inside. Of course, when we find the perfect partner inside, we may attract a person who resonates with you very well. And then both of those people can celebrate together. That's also wonderful. So my journey was accepting my inner feminine also, which I was rejecting for many things. But after the transition, when I accepted, I was able to feel whole. Friends, many times I work one-on-one with people, and I remember one case study where I was working with a woman. She was a very pretty woman, and she said, my husband is a great man, he's a great friend, I love him very much, but I don't think he loves me that much. And she was going through literally depression. She was suffering from depression. And we investigate the case. We went more deeper inside it. And she said, no, I don't feel he loves me enough. I love him a lot, but he doesn't love me enough. When we went deeper and deeper, we found that somewhere she was rejecting her own divine masculine. She is not aware that there was a masculine, divine masculine in her. And the processes that we have gone through was to accept that divine masculine in her. After she had a good relationship with her inner masculine, she was able to understand her husband more. How can we understand something that is not inside us? How can we know what is a male? Why does a male goes into a cave? Why does he wants to have, always he's saying, I want space, I want space. Woman says, I want time, I want time. Why? So unless we know these two qualities inside, unless we are married inside, how do we marry someone outside? So this woman, when she was able to accept her inner masculine, she was able to understand her husband's love. Oh, love doesn't mean giving roses, right? I got a rose from my sister today. She gifted a rose to me and she put it here. I was doing a webinar, she knew that. So, for the Valentine's Day, see, the thing is, for some people, giving a rose is the form of love. But for some people, it could be just the presence. Just the presence. So we all have different ways to love. So for her, she said, oh, he never gifted me a rose. So he never loved me. That was her version. But then when she understood him deeply, and she understood what deep presence he has, such a beautiful way he was holding the entire family. So this is how we are going to find our inner lover, to own your opposite. How do we feel complete within ourselves? So I would like you to give me some, I want you to tell me, how do you find complete? Anyone finds complete, a completion inside? You feel that you are whole? Yeah, just give me some response. It's good to have some feedback. I'll feel that I'm talking to real people. It would be nice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the answer is no. All right. Okay. And how? Okay, somebody is saying yes. Wonderful. Okay. Many people are saying yes. And what is the way to feel complete? How do we feel complete inside? Almost. Okay. This is like you are close to reaching. Yes, meditation. Shivani ji is saying meditation is a way to feel whole. That's wonderful. So another story that I have, friends, is I was working with one person, and she has really gone through a very, very hard life. I mean, she was married, and after that, the husband has committed suicide, and then she was in a shutdown for 9-10 years, and she was like very angry with life, very angry with life. And she said, how can I feel complete inside? I don't even want to live. So of course, when you have such shock in your life, you really have to go deeper inside yourself, because life is telling you, it's knocking you, it's teaching you something. So one part she was doing was, she was having gratitude for all the good things in life. But those things where she was criticized, those things where she was hurt, she's not looking into them. And one of the session, I questioned her. What are those painful things? How can they be a form of gratitude for you? I asked this question. All the painful periods. And she said, oh, how can I say gratitude to that? I said, yes, you just look into it and tell me what this incident made you as a being. What happened if those incidents were not there in your life? What kind of being would you have become? And then she started really paying her attention into all the difficult things she has gone into her life. And suddenly she realized she's not just because of the good things that have happened to her. What she was also because of all the not good things that has happened in her life. And at that moment, friends, when you have a realization, it's like just one insight. Something just glows in you like a bulb. And that's what I call is the meeting of the masculine and feminine. And suddenly she found good and bad both makes me, and that has made me, because she's a great performer. She has so many gifts she's sharing with the society. She's helping so many people. How could she do that before without getting all these pains? The pains have pushed her. She said, the pains pushed me to become who I am. So, how to feel complete within? Accept the polarity. Question what it is making. It is, of course, making you something. Everything is there for our growth, friends. That's what I believe in. Earth is a school. I don't know if you want to believe in karma. I do believe in karma, right? We are all here to learn. So when we deeply look into all these pains, all these problems that we have gone through, we will find how they have helped us. So, three secrets to cultivate your inner soulmate. Okay, before I go into this, I have a quick small meditation which I thought I'm going to do with all of you today so that you get an experience. Before I tell you what the secrets are, I want you to experience your own secrets. Is that good? Can we do a quick 5-10 minutes process? Wonderful. Great. I think that would be more interesting. Okay. I would like you to sit very, very comfortably wherever you are. Okay. And forget about the screen, forget about me right now. You just need to hear my voice and just sit very, very relaxed and take few breaths, loving breaths. It's a Valentine's Day, so you're breathing love and breathing out love. Breathing in love and breathing out love. That's beautiful. Keep breathing, inhaling love and exhaling love. At this moment, I would like you to imagine the most beautiful point in the nature where you just love to be. Maybe you have been to this place earlier, or maybe this place is somewhere in your imagination. A beautiful place in the nature where you feel so protected, very safe, and loved. I'd like you to imagine that. In your mind's eye, picture that place as if you're there right now. Your body is feeling that place, that temperature there. You're listening to the sounds around, the nature sounds, smelling the environment, freshness. And that makes you so relaxed. Your back is relaxed. Stay there. It's such a beautiful time when we are there spending time with nature. Just pure nature. And that makes you much more relaxed. Your shoulders are more relaxed, your back is more relaxed, your body is touching that natural place. Feel the sensation of your body touching that place. And at this moment, I would like you to remember that first meeting, that first spark that you had in your life when you got attracted to someone. Remember that moment. You don't have to go into the story. You just remember the moment when you first met this person. You have seen him or you have seen her, and there was a spark. It was a pure spark, beautiful spark. And again, not going into the story, just remember the energy of this person, this vibrant person that you felt attracted to. And it was just a pure attraction. It's a beautiful feeling. I like you to now get into this feeling more. Go dive into this feeling. That's beautiful. Let your body feel this. Let your mind, your emotion, your energy feel this. As if time has frozen into that one moment of that spark. You're in that one moment of spark and the time has frozen. It could be any person. If there is no person, maybe you have felt it for a tree or a dog, your pet. It could be any person with whom you have felt a spark. And check your body, where in the body you're feeling this spark. What is the sensation of this spark in your body? Just be with it for some time. As if time has frozen. The time is not moving forward or backward, but you're frozen into that one moment of spark. And just purely feel it without any judgment, without any criticism. Just unconditionally. You are feeling it wholly. Allow yourself. You can still allow it more. Tell yourself it's all right. Open your heart, open your sensory perceptions, all the inner six senses, outer six senses. Open it. As if you have tentacles in your body. And those tentacles are feeling this beautiful moment. And let it expand you. Let this feeling expand you. Without judgment, without criticism. Allow it to expand. Let it spread throughout your body. Let it spread outside your body. Like a circle. Let it fill the room that you're sitting in. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Just stay here. I'll give you 1 minute to keep feeling this expansion. See if you can expand even more outside the room and stretch. Just the pure feeling, pure sensation. Wonderful. Now, slowly, whenever you're ready, start coming back into the present state. Come back with this feeling. Whenever you're ready, you can rub your hands, put them on your eyes, allow your eyes to open. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, any sharing how you felt, you can unmute yourself and share. Is everyone back or they are still there in the experience? It's good to share, friends. We learn from sharing, we learn from each other. Yes. Okay. Deepti ji, I think you're still there, Deepti ji?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I think you have posted about the workshop.
Yeah. So, but I think right now, if people could share how was the
Yes.
meditation,
Yes.
because it will help others also understand more and learn
Could
from.
everybody follow me? Okay. So it's Alifia Chunawala. Yes, we'd like to hear you. How was it for you?
Um, so it was quite nice. Actually, the spark you were talking about, for me it was a connect. So someone I've really connected with. So it's not the first spark, but so I just felt that, and I just felt really understood. And after a point, I was when that feeling expanded. It actually expanded across the earth, and it expanded into the seventh plane, and then all of a sudden I just felt the creator's energy coming into me, and then I was there for a bit. So I'd
Okay.
actually gone into like a very deep theta meditation towards the end of the whole thing.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for your sharing. Wow, it is
Thank you for the
inspired.
meditation. It was nice. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And I really resonate with what you said, when you go into the creator, right? The spark takes you back home. We are all creators, right? And this is what happens. This is what Valentine's Day is all about. There is a person that somewhere comes and gives you the spark to make you remember your home, about your creativity, about your purpose of your life. Wake up. That's what the spark is there for. Yeah, of course, if we can dance together, celebrate together, reach towards the purpose, great. But all sparks, I don't think they are there for us. They have a certain agenda. They are coming to us with a certain agenda. So thank you again for sharing. Anybody else? Terry, how was it for you?
Yeah, good, good. And I understood the difference between a crush and actual love. In that whole meditation process, I understood between a crush and like I actually had my first spark or attraction when I was 19, not when I was a teenage. So that came much later. I understood that came into my mind and it started. I went with the flow.
How was your how old you were that time?
19.
You're 19.
20. Sorry, I'm sorry.
20 was your first crush.
So I had a lot of crushes, but this was like the one I wanted.
The one, yeah.
But it didn't happen. That is another story. But like that was the spark I had.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I hope your wife is not there right now with you, Terry.
They're around.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so
Did
much.
anyone experience anything with themselves? Like the first crush or first love was with themselves? Did anybody had that experience? Just curious to know.
Crush with themselves. That's interesting.
Okay, Sai said yes. Sai, it would be great if you could share, because I think that's something that all of us, that's the topic of today, of self-love. So, and I think if you felt that, that would be amazing if you could share it with us.
Yeah, so can you hear me?
Maybe a little louder, Sai, a little louder.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah, so this is like 10 years back.
Sai, we are unable to hear you. I think her mic may not be working, I'm guessing.
Speak a little louder, maybe that would work.
Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Everybody can hear her?
I can't.
Okay.
So
it's muffled.
Okay. Sai, would you like to type it out so that Deepti ji can read it? That's very interesting. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So anybody else? I see many other friends here. Monisha ji is here, Yogita ji, Shivani ji, Nischal ji, and Sumit. Sumit, how about you? Sarita Gupta, Sindhu ji. We'd like to hear you. By the time Sai is typing, we can have one more sharing. Okay, Sindhuji is saying she felt a kind of warmth. Sindhuji would like to hear you, would like to see you. Thank you, thank you.
Good evening all. Maybe my video would be, I won't be able to switch on the video because of the connectivity issue here.
No problem, no problem. We can hear you, please.
Yeah. It was not exactly, though you said mentioned about the crush or first crush, it was not, what came to my mind was not exactly the crush, maybe the spark kind of a thing that I felt towards somebody, and that positive energy I was feeling. Even before you said that, expand this feeling, I could feel that, that energy getting, the flow of that energy getting expanded, first around me from within and around me, and I could feel that it was spreading all over. So that is what I connected with, and by the end I felt that, even physically I could feel that warmth when we are around with somebody who's close to us, or very special to us. When we feel that warmth, that feeling I could feel by the end of it.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, Sindhuji.
Thank you.
That's so amazing. We find different different kind of perceptions. Okay, so Sai has already, yeah, Deeptiji, you would like to read that?
No, you can read. That's
Okay.
But I think he's written something very beautiful.
Yeah, so it was 10 years back when I was in college. I was more accepting of who am I. I felt beautiful and happy within. I was in love with the way I was. I really liked who I was. Wonderful. Wow. Sai is still carrying the spark, because what I feel, friends, is we all remember the spark when we are coming out of the spark. And I see young children, they are all carrying the spark. But as we keep going into the adulthood, out of a lot of experiences, we forget about the spark. But Sai is able to hold that spark. Wonderful, wonderful. It's amazing, amazing. That's what, because we feel there is a portion of us that is gone out. So I always say that we are born with two engines. We are born, the spark has both the engines, the masculine and the feminine. Doesn't matter what externally we are projecting, but inside we have both. And it's okay to have both. Inside feel balanced, and outside we can dance whatever our dance is. But inside, we all have the spark, we all have the wholeness. Thank you so much, Sai, for sharing this. It's so beautiful. So friends, we'll go into the presentation. And here, I'll be sharing the 3 secrets to cultivate your inner soulmate. So I just wrote what came to me spontaneously as I was asking, I was meditating. And the first secret I would say is look at your unmet needs. It's very interesting, friends. We as children, as very small children, we might have a lot of unmet needs that were not met. And this what happens, this is what we look for when we grow up. We forgot that we were born from the spark, we had all the needs, but as we start growing in the childhood, we lost track. So many of the sessions that I do, and some people, they say they have intimacy issues after they get married. And what I find in those case studies is, as children, as very little, when they were maybe below the age of 5, they were not cuddled and hugged enough. 0 to 2 years of age for a child, the child only understands human touch. If there was not much human touch at that point of time, the child will reflect that need later when the child becomes an adult. So take care of these unmet needs if you want to cultivate your inner soulmate. Ask yourself, what is that unmet need I have, and how can I fulfill it without anybody fulfilling it for me? If it could be sometimes, if it's, as I said, if it's not enough touch, you can go and hug a tree, hug a pet, massage yourself. Such beautiful ways that you can cultivate the need for touch. It could be not enough good words. So start talking to yourself with those words that you want to hear. In your mind, in your emotion, you start cultivating that. The second way that you can cultivate this inner soulmate is to shift polarity. If you're a male, start nurturing yourself. Start cooking for yourself. Shift polarity. For a female, oh, I want somebody to open the door for me when I come out of the car. Do that yourself. Right? Do that yourself. Say, okay, I'm there to open the door for myself. Oh, I'm waiting for that one flower someone would give me. Okay, let me go and buy me that flower, that beautiful flower that I love. What I found, especially for men, they need to train themselves with sexual transmutation. As men, they are more physical and they need to know how to transmute their sexual energy, how to rotate that energy in the body. Very important. And women also need to know this because they need to understand their men. So important is the energy circulation part. The third point which I want to share is start as if you are living with your soulmate. Don't wait for, it's great when the external soulmate will come one day. Yes, but start living your life as you are living with your soulmate now. How would your life be? Yeah, like how Sai shared that she was so happy living with her own self, so happy being who she was. Because she was living with her soulmate. She's living with her spark. So think, oh, what would happen if that perfect partner, the perfect man, perfect woman, or the perfect love has come into my life? How shall I live my life? Start living like that. So this is another part, is 5 keys to acknowledge your inner soulmate. How can you acknowledge it? How can you develop it more? The first thing which I found is trust yourself, friend. This is one of the part where I feel most of the people, they are struggling to trust. If there is no trust, how the process even begins? And trust is like a muscle, you develop bit by bit. So trust, whatever trust you can put in, and start expanding your trust. We don't have to trust anyone else outside. We have to trust our own self. The second thing, very important, is I find know or discover the purpose of your life. Know that a person who is living with purpose have found their inner soulmate. I'm very sure about that. Because only when you have a balanced feminine and masculine inside you, then only you are heading towards your purpose. So ask yourself, why are you born? Before I die, what do I want to do? What is that one thing that I want to do before I die? That's how you will discover your inner soulmate. Research about your past attraction. What made you attracted towards this man or woman? What was that quality? I remember that story of this very feminine, beautiful woman who was there in the party, and one very handsome man he was a general. He's in a general attire, very masculine. He stepped into the party, and this woman who was so feminine, had a great smile, and this man saw that smile and he fell in love. And this woman saw this man who was so strong, he was so assertive, like there is a dominative personality in him. And this woman fall in love with this man, and they became lovers. Now, the honeymoon period starts. The man says, I like vanilla ice cream, and she also says, I also love vanilla ice cream. Oh, what a similarity. I love this kind of movies. The man also says, yeah, even I love this kind of movies. And can any one of you guess what happens after 6 months? Yeah, what happens?
They separate ways.
They separate. Yes, the honeymoon period gets over very soon, isn't it? And then they find all those differences, right? They never looked at these differences earlier. What is happening, friends? This woman, when she was a little girl, she was never allowed to take decisions, right? She was never allowed to be on her own. Parents were keeping her enclosed. No, you can't go out, you can't do this, you are very delicate, you have to be like that. She's overprotected. She lost her backbone. She forgot that I also have a strength to stand up for myself. And what happened to this man? He was always told, don't cry like a crybaby. You have to be assertive. You're a man. And this little boy, he forgot about his smile. He forgot about his innocence that he carried as a small little child. And when they forgot all these things, they start developing themselves what the society told them to become. The definition of man and woman. And this is what romance, this deep attraction, when this deep attraction happens, this is what happens. So research about your past attractions, see what attracted you to that person, what were those qualities, and can you cultivate those qualities inside you? So some people say, I'm talking things that makes them more unromantic. Friends, I think two complete people, when they meet, they can take romance to a next level. That's another level, right? More completeness, more celebration, more responsibility, more purpose. Fourth thing that I want to share, if you want to acknowledge your inner soulmate, change the script of your story. It's enough, all those stories that we keep repeating in our mind, painful stories. Change the script. Say your story in a better way. We should all practice to say our story that is more empowering. And raise your standards. You are worthy. You are important. You are special. Raise your standard. Don't say, oh, I'm like that. Stop saying that. We also stop saying that. And you can do it now. That's a choice. So friends, this is not in the syllabus, but I found something very beautiful, which I do every day. And I thought I'm going to share to you. If you really love yourself, you are going to apply this. This is something that you can apply very easily. Start your day with a purpose. See, all great people start their day very beautifully. And that's how I think the inner lover can really develop. So I like the work, but I think this, if you see on the left side, it's eat the frog. It's a quote by Mark Twain. What he does is when he wakes up, he does the most difficult job first. He finish off the first job in the in the morning. He will just finish up something very difficult. Tony Robbins says, start visualizing. Visualize how your entire day is going to be. The first thing that you do in the morning. Barack Obama talks about workouts. David Karp, don't check your emails in the morning. No, please don't open your phone in the morning. First 1 or 2 hours, right? Craig Newmark, he says customer service. He starts serving right in the morning. How can he serve more? Steve Jobs, ask myself, every morning I ask myself, if today was the last day of my life, what would I want to do? What I am about to do today? It's an amazing practice. One of the Buddhist practice, friend, is to wake up in the morning and see the last day of your life. See the corpse, the body as a corpse. It's a Buddhist meditation. Why they do that? Because they want to live this today has to be the last day. That's how we are all supposed to live, right? So who are going to implement this from tomorrow? You can try. Wonderful. Thank you. And even how to end the day. End the day with gratitude. End the day, I generally rewind the day. When I lie down, I rewind the day. And I release whatever I was not able to digest. Just purely looking at the day from evening till morning, rewind it. I say 5 gratitudes, and that's it. And you will have the most blissful, deep sleep if you can do that. So if you have any questions, we can have like a question answer round about this topic. Anything that you want to share, we can do that right now. Yes, please.
One thing that you were just talking about is ending the day with gratitude. I think on your start your day, that's something that got missed on the list, because I think it's equally important to even start your day with gratitude.
Exactly. Perfect. Yes, I do that. Yes.
Yeah, I do it too. So which is why when I saw that list, I was like, I do some of this and I do more. So I thought I'd just share that as well.
That's so beautiful. Thank you for reminding. Alifia, right? Alifia. Okay, wonderful. That's amazing.
Sindhu has asked if you could explain polarity shift a bit more.
Okay. Polarity shift is you are shifting. If you are the negative, you're going into the positive. If you're the positive, you're going into the negative. Okay. Let me give some more example. How much you need to sleep, how much you need to be active, how much you need to relax. That's the shift between polarity. Nobody can tell us. We have our bio clock. We don't have to follow the clock that is there on the wall. Right? So you are putting your, best today. You have given your best. Your body is looking for rest. That's a shift in polarity. But what we keep on doing is we are in the mind. We are not listening to the body. We are not listening to our energy. We are not going back into the spark. How much to give, how much to take. Shift in polarity. We're just, okay, I'm giving. Do I know how to receive? That's a shift in polarity. If you're a giver, shift your polarity. Start accepting and have gratitude for what you are receiving. How much you need to exercise, how much you need to relax, how much you need to eat, how much you don't need to eat, how much you need to talk, how much you don't need to talk. If you're too talkative, shift to the opposite polarity. The great master Osho, one day, one person came to him. He is always, he has we call him, verbal diarrhea. He's speaking all the time. And he said, that's my problem. What do I do? And he's very funny, he's a very funny master. He gave him a marble ball and he said, put it on your mouth and keep it. Now, he has a big marble ball in his mouth. He thought, this is some kind of chamatkar guru has given, he has taken it. But what is happening is he can't speak, when he speaks, the ball will fall off, right? And he used that. He was such a good disciple. He used that and he did that for like a month. And he went into deep silence. He could reach back to his spark, to his inner lover, by just not speaking. So I hope I have answered your question. Yes? No? What is it? Sindhuji?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sindhuji, for the question. Anything else? Anybody else want to share?
Any questions on any of the concepts that have been talked about today? I think everybody's at peace, Aditya.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Great. So we would like to talk about, okay, there's another question. How many soulmates do we have in each birth? Wow, that's a great question, Sai. But to be very honest, I asked about soulmates to my mentor, and he would give me a very clear-cut answer. Soulmate is inside. Okay, that's great. If you have friends outside, if you resonate with people, amazing, wonderful, have fun. But we are, soul cannot, how can soul have a mate outside? Soul is an internal dynamic. No, I don't believe in this concept, right? It's good to say you are like my soulmate. I feel that you are there in the past life, and it does happens. Yes, you meet people from the past life. It feels that. But when we say soulmate is outside, how many soulmates? I'm not going to answer that. No, that is a taking you for a ride. I'm not going to get into that. No, you find your inner soulmate. That is more important. Thank you, Sai. Yes, Nishchalji.
Yeah, hi Aditya. My
Hi.
my question was with respect to that energy recirculation for men, which you talked about.
Yes.
Would that be part of the course?
We are starting with the very basic divine union where we are going to understand the masculine and the feminine dynamics. Me and Deepti are planning for levels. These are advanced levels, but of course, in the 2 days, I will be covering some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So basically, these 2 days, we will be working on the masculine feminine dynamics. Deepti ji, you have the syllabus with you?
Yeah, I have actually posted it in the chat also.
Okay.
So course content, if you go through it, there is more
So,
guided. Yeah, you can go through it.
Yeah, so we will be learning about our projections of others and how basically, as even Sai was asking, right? I want you to pull your projection back inside you. So whenever you see, okay, this is kind of like a soulmate attraction, pull the projection back inside and see what's there inside. And when we are very clear about it, yeah, there's beautiful, there's beauty in sharing nice relationships. Nothing wrong with that, right? But first, I believe in pulling the projection inside. That's what we are going to learn in the course. The many facets of inner masculine and feminine energetic essence. What exactly is it? How many facets are there in us? What is my own personal masculine feminine is? So we'll be delving into those meditations. It's more of, I would say, 20-30% theory. It's, I would say, 80% of practical work that we'll be doing in these 2 days, right? And we'll have powerful conversation between our inner beloveds. And of course, how to conserve energy and, create healthy boundaries with others. So one of the things that I find is, we don't know how to create strong boundaries for ourselves, and we allow people to come and suck our energies and, do whatever. So our boundaries have to be also very strong, right? And the last point is, of course, you can take your intimate life to the next level, because I have put all the work like from Haya Tantra, and I always call it Haya Tantra because people have wrong notion about Tantra also. Shamanism, Taoism, I am a regression facilitator, I am a inner child facilitator, family constellation, and breath work. So it's an amalgam of all those things in these 2 days, and hopefully you will benefit from this course. And you need to come with an intention. If somewhere this resonates with you, go for it. Take an action. That's one of the masculine energy that I always talk about. Take an action. We all have to invest in our learning. I have invested lakhs of money. I've invested my life, and I'm sure here, all people present here, you're all old souls, and you are here. It's not an easy topic. Not everybody will come for these topics. If you are here, it has resonated with you. Somewhere, if you feel that this is for you, go for it. So I hope I have explained this. Anything else, Deepti ji, before we close it up for today? You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah. So if anybody is interested in this workshop, there's a link to register directly, or if you have any questions, you could connect with either of us to get a clarification. Other than that, there's something that we're starting something new called Soul Food Wellness Stories Through Spirituality. And Aditya is our first guest. So this Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Insta Live, on Heal Clinic's Insta page, we will actually be having a discussion on his life story, on how, because he's gone through a massive transformation, as you would have seen in the beginning. So we'll be discussing about how spirituality and healing has helped him, do that transition to accept who he is, to self-love, and then be the kind of person that he is today. So if anybody is interested in knowing more about that, do join us, and then we'll be also available for question answers on that journey of his. So this is on Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Instagram. Other than that, anything as usual, I mean, you can just ping me and I'm there to respond.
Wow. So thank you so much, friends, for taking your time today, coming here. Happy Valentine's to all of you. May all of you find your spark. That is what I want to end this session with. Let us all be with our spark. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.